We have our friend Brooke and Julie.
Brooke Velp and Julie Bennett, welcome. Okay, well, let's get started. I have to apologize for reading from a script because I rewrote this about 4 times today alone. Every time I thought about how amazing our club is and has become, I thought of something else. I want to start with a little story. It all started in 1823 when a photographer by the name of Nicephore Niepce came up with a process called the hilography process. And it was regarded as the first permanent photographic process. This was difficult because photography, as photography grew, you needed to have expensive cameras, expensive chemistry, and a lot of knowledge in order to make that work. I'll wait until we get a couple people finishing their orders. Is it too loud? Christine, can you turn the monitor down a little bit?
I've already done it.
Christine has already done that on the mixer. The actual speaker itself.
Keep turning.
Keep turning. Testing. How are we doing?
That's pretty good.
Are we doing good? Okay, I apologize. As I talked about, Nicephore Niepce, he created this hilography process and kind of started us off in the photography world. And ever since then, it's been a massive undertaking to become a photographer. Of course, it didn't help that painters of the time did not like the fact that you can go out, click a button, and make a mechanical reproduction. 65 years later, a gentleman by the name of George Eastman, what company was he from?
Kodak.
A gentleman by the name of George Eastman would found the Eastman Kodak company. And that company will take, in that year, he will go and partner with a cabinet maker, and they will bring photography to the masses. No longer did you need to develop your own film. No longer did you need to make your own exposures. He will make a camera, and he will give it to the masses, and his tagline was, "You click the button, we do the rest." And that was a big disappointment to professional photographers at the time, because now everybody can go out and shoot 100 shots on a camera, and then send it to Kodak, get them printed, get them sent back with a new roll and film. 65 years later, this camera here, the Kodak Brownie Star Flash camera, was introduced in 1957. Do we know what else really important happened in 1957? 65 years after George Eastman, 1957 is when a small group of people in Anne Arundel County got together and decided to make a little camera club. You may know this camera club as the Arundel Camera Club. Some of our founding members may have actually used this camera, which cost a whopping $8.50 retail. And the Camera Club, of course, still to this day, is maintaining the art, science, and education of photography. 65 years later, are you noticing a pattern yet? That's today. We are entering the 65th year of the Arundel Camera Club. Our club continues to take the art and science of photography and a little bit of George Eastman himself to make the education of photography available for everyone. My name is John Milliker, and I'm the club president. I'm happy to, club president, and I'm happy to be here throughout our last 2 rough years. I have to say it's really great to see a room of smiling faces finally, and I'm very hopeful for our first in-person meeting the last Thursday in August, coming up this year in the beautiful Severna Park Baptist Church in Severna Park, Maryland. During the pandemic, the Arundel Camera Club not only survived, but continued to thrive. You've heard me say this a million times. We're up in memberships. Our Facebook page has grown by leaps and bounds, and we've entered into the YouTube space where our contests and programming has a chance to serve current and future generations of photographers around the world. We are in a great position to continue our mission to promote the arts, science, and education and aspects of photography for all. Club officers, can we get you to please stand up?
Do we have to?
You do, I'm sorry.
Ed's already standing.
Christine's got her camera doing a pan over here. All of our club officers. This fine group of folks have my eternal gratitude for their exceptional dedication to their and hard work. They made sure the club ran like clockwork during extremely uncertain times. As we transition back into real meetings again, I'm confident in their abilities to take... Where do we go from here, though? Over 20 years ago, my mother gave me a carefully cut out strip from the Maryland Penny Saver with the details of a nice little camera club called the Arundel Camera Club. This club featured great contests, wonderful programs, and even better people. I don't need to tell you how much of a hidden gem this organization was and still is, as I and many of you, my friends new and old, have grown exponentially in our photography skills with its help. It doesn't matter if you strive to work professionally or just enjoy photography as a hobby, this club is for you. Long gone, though, is that little penny saver booklet to bring people in. We need a better way to invite people to join us, and all of us can do our part. The problem is, need to put the money where my mouth is. So this morning I ordered 5,000 business cards for the Arundel Camera Club that I will be donating, and I'll make you a deal. I'll buy the cards if you'll help me in passing them out. Give them out to friends and family that may like photography. Give them out to a casual photographer you meet while you're out and about. Give them a card. If you don't have a card, handwritten note. Send an email or just tell someone. We have a very special thing here, our own hidden gem. In a world of visual media, everyone fancies themselves photographers, and no matter what skill level you are, we have something for everyone. Our hidden gem doesn't get less valuable as we share it, it becomes more valuable. As I said, we're entering into our 65th year of serving the photographers of Anne Arundel County and now worldwide. If this is the type of camera that we started with, this little 1957 Starlight, and now I've got this little robotic 4K camera that kind of follows me around. Who knows what photographers 65 years from now will be using.
pictures. The only difficult thing this year is that there are so many pictures that really should have gotten ribbons during the month and here at the end of the year. I think you're really going to be amazed at what the final results were. So, go John.
Ready?
Yep.